Welcome back to my channel. I am Keepsy, aka Keeper of the Keys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, get these readings out there for whoever needs to hear them. So we've got check-in, stealing your inheritance, and bounty hunter. So check in. So he's getting quite possibly Two of Swords. Someone's hit a crossroads, or some sort of divided loyalty. There's some sort of divided loyalty, right? And they did not want someone to have the knowledge surrounding some sort of inheritance or insurance scam. And bounty. So there's like a bounty hunter is looking for the ones who put a price on your head. So basically, I was getting that quite possibly someone in this connection was looking online for some sort of an assassin. Then we've got partnership, love. So it's an ex-lover. An ex-lover who was involved in stealing some sort of income, some sort of wealth, some sort of inheritance, some sort of insurance. Someone like work, reproduce it as their own. It could be something like that. A large amount of money, some sort of generational wealth. And this ex was, with this Two of Swords, was very mad and angry. Also, with this coming out, I was getting quite possibly, yeah, we've got this Ten of Pentacles coming out. You just can't make it up. Eight of Wands. They wanted to have that energy and wealth transference onto them, so they could have drew some money out of an account. The secrets being revealed could be a Cancer, Pisces or a Scorpio, Three of Swords, who is involved in that. Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio who is involved with the Three of Swords, causing that heartbreak. Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, hitman was hired and couldn't do the job. Couldn't do the job. So we've got Libra, two lots of Libra coming out. So Libra could be significant. Two lots of Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. There's Pisces, there's Cancer. And then we've got Sagittarius. And then we've got Virgo. So unexpected financial windfall, a lump sum, will money. It could be deeds, it could be trust fund, inheritance, solid foundation, privilege, inherited issues, ancestry, family home, business, new money, old money, some sort of riches, and an ex was involved, or someone who you had some sort of love for, or this person who it's resonating with, or people, who you had some sort of love for, and quite possibly they could have hired a lover, someone who is a lover, to come in and do some sort of a romance scam. Nine of Cups, absolute nightmare, shattered dream, misery, lack of fulfillment, devastation, absolute devastation. They could have done this on a masculine, an emperor, an Aries could have been involved also. And then there was arrogant, there was reckless, overly confident, there was loud, there was show off, Ace of Swords, and there was lying about then investing in, with this Temperance in reverse. There was lying to say that someone's mentally unstable. Recklessness, a lot of reckless behaviour, getting involved in taking someone else's rewards, the fruits of someone else's labour, someone else's dreams, goals, ambition, someone else's planning, yeah, someone else's foresight for themselves. So basically, they wanted to travel from abroad. So this is where this check-in comes in. Yeah, so they was abroad at the time, and they was told that if they was to come back to wherever this masculine or feminine is, where they reside, and do some sort of a hit judgment. Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio wanted someone to be unhappy in that family life because they was getting some sort of hits put out. So Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio is extremely significant in this reading. Then we've got Sagittarius and a Taurus and an Aries. Aries is significant, Sagittarius, Taurus. We had Vega coming out. What other star signs are involved in this? Because it seems like there's a group of people who know about it, who knew about it. Then we've got a Taurus. This could be the hitman. Doesn't have to be a Taurus. Who wanted a peaceful resolution and wanted to compromise and wanted to end the conflict. Got called, and it's some sort of inevitable loss with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Six of Swords. They were supposed to come in and they were supposed to sacrifice this masculine or feminine. Yeah, they got caught confessing, coming clean. So they're confessing. So we've got some sort of hitman who is confessing to their involvement and quite potentially got roped into sacrificing. Six of Cups. And then the Lovers. Sacrificing his own soulmate or his own twin flame. It's a soulmate connection. Guilty for their involvement in trying to sacrifice their own twin flame, their own soulmate, for money, rather than had this King of Pentacles come into union with this masculine or feminine. They would have had the love, they would have had the money, they would have had the financial security, and yeah. So maybe coming clean as maybe guilty conscience. King of Pentacles, guilty conscience because of this corruption and injustice. Injustice, karmic, retribution, dishonesty, corruption, lack of accountability, dishonesty, unfairness and karmic avoidance. So they don't want to pay their karmic debt. But all karmic debts must be paid for in full. And if these masculine or feminines who was involved in that, if they don't foot the bill with that bad karma, their children surely will. And their grandchildren. And their grandchildren's children. Until that karmic debt is paid off. So this masculine could have been in a relationship already at some point. Or in a relationship with somebody else. And he roped this feminine in. So we've got Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, who is a hitman, an assassin, who was working with this Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio masculine, and now they're not. And now they're not. Which is a waste of time. So basically, and it's completion. And what they wanted with the Ten of Swords in reverse is to make it look like it was an accidental death. And then they could carry on lying, living a life of lies, and have this money and split it. I was getting freeways. It was a freeway split. A freeway split of someone else's generational wealth and abundance. A freeway split. At least a freeway split. Then they want to make out like this person's really vulnerable, weak, lack of self-esteem, feeling inadequate, lack of confidence. Or maybe that's them now, where they've got a lack of confidence in their own life, and now they've got a bounty out on them, and they need to hand themselves in. Speak this truth, the whole truth, nothing but this truth, but they're compulsive liars, so I just don't know if that's going to happen, because they have all parted and separated and making out like they've got no involvement in each other's lives anymore. Like they don't know each other, they've not heard from each other for years, they don't know who this person is, or they barely knew this person, or they only heard of this person, and they only know this person through this person, and it's starting to like all spin off like a spider's legs where they're going off like in this direction and that direction. It's all starting to link together, their involvement, and quite possibly because they group together for this scam, for this scheme. Any scams or schemes what's got the same type of pattern, they'll be linking to other scams and schemes. So this masculine could have actually could be a father figure. They could have done this to this masculine. They could have done this to a masculine. This masculine could be a judge, emperor, could be a judge on the case. Then we've got a Hierophant in reverse. And if he is on the case, he knows about these lies and some sort of bad news, broken dreams. Capricorn, bad news, broken dreams surrounding some sort of child sexual abuse. So it could be linking some sort of child sexual abuse. Bad news, broken dreams. It could have actually been, with this child sexual abuse, it could actually be some sort of inheritance due to compensation, and they thought that they would have that for themselves. So come in with this romantic offer, yeah, and it was already planned. It was already in the making. It was planned by this devil, nightmare, a nightmare of an ex who chose to serve the devil and get in on stealing some inheritance, and then wanted that money to spend on other partners and keep having that player type of life where he just wanted to splash his cash. But that's been illuminated. Could be a Virgo, could be a Leo, but that's been illuminated. Then we've got Scorpio and Pisces again. Yeah, so checking from abroad, some sort of romance scam. So this could be a masculine, this Capricorn could be a masculine who likes to travel around a lot, check in at the different hotels, motels, bed and breakfasts type of stuff. A lot of travelling under the belt, a lot of knowledge on travelling. Someone could be watching, view you as a star. Someone could be watching you, viewing you as a star. Maybe they do this to people who are in the public eye a lot, and they get in there, they see a star, they know a star when they see one, and they try and get the feet under the table, do this romance scam, get in there, date somebody, and I was getting some sort of white powder or pill dropped in a drink. White powder or pill dropped in a drink, definitely some sort of white substance, but apparently it does not show up in the bloodstream. Any sort of poisonous substances do not show up in the bloodstream because it dissolves really easy and it's out of the system within 24 hours is what I was getting. Out of the system within 24 hours, so if anyone is testing after that for any sort of poisoning, it's not going to show up. Yeah, it's not going to show up. They'll just make out like this person was a bit wobbly, a bit mentally unstable, but they definitely got some sort of money transferred into their account. But again, try and make out like this person is mentally unstable. So some sort of tablet, some sort of drug, what makes you mentally unstable. Some sort of drug, what makes you mentally unstable. Maybe some sort of crack cocaine or something like that. So I don't know, like, I was getting crack cocaine or something like that. So I don't know what what drugs make you mentally unstable. So then they can deem someone as incompetent, like they can't even string a sentence together for themselves, and they need someone to become some sort of mediator or some sort of something like that. Distress. So they are impairment of personal function. So that is what they wanted to cause. I mean, I don't know what drugs it is, but we've got cocaine can cause hallucinations, paranoid delusions, and depression. So, and it's psychosis. So they could have used crack cocaine, is what I was getting. Because I'm sure with crack cocaine they can make it look like it's just cocaine. Crack cocaine facts, because it's definitely linking to some sort of crack cocaine. What they put in, yeah, it's like a white powder, I think. Yeah, and then so like it also causes insomnia, like sleep apnea, some sort of like where you just can't sleep. So basically, if you're not getting enough sleep and rest, your body's going to go into overdrive, and sooner or later you're just going to have some sort of mental breakdown, and that is what they was doing, weighing up. Right, so basically, the one who's just done it to is like usually up here, and they wanted to lower someone else's vibrations so they were susceptible to any other mental health condition, mental health disorder, and even physical health, because once your mental health is a bit off, your physical health then becomes off, and they wanted to create depression. Yeah, they wanted to create a change in someone else's chemical balance in their brain. So they wanted to cause a mental imbalance and some sort of iron deficiency. So a lot of poisoning, that could be through tap water, that could be through drugs, saying that the drug is like, say, weed, and it ends up being spice or something like that, saying that, oh, it's just a bit of cocaine, and that type of thing. Yeah. The misuse of intuition and manipulating, lack of emotional control. And then when that person's like speaking out about it, obviously going to get mad surrounding what's going down. Call them mentally unstable, because they're not allowed to get mad with what's going through, apparently. And nowadays, this is what it's like. And Three of Cups in reverse, they was overindulging in malicious gossip. Again, it could have been a drink, it could have been a friend, it could have been someone who was closer connected